What's up, everybody? Clayton J. Jensen here, and today we're live over on YouTube. Woo! Today's vlog is live. Alright, if you haven't checked out yesterday's vlog, after today's, swing on over, check it out where we discuss the difference between intellectual capital and financial capital, and how intellectual capital is worth so much more because what we can do when we share it. Thought that'd be a great time. Today's topic we'll be discussing how startups and their counterpart incumbents can both coexist. How is that possible? Let's find out together right now. So, in order for new businesses to be created, the individual, yes, the individual, not the large companies, the individual needs to have a justifiable hope. What does that mean? That means that essentially the barriers to entry need to be broken down by the more influential incumbents. Because when we as individuals don't have the access to resources like the incumbents do, like the large companies in the specific industry with which we're attempting to enter, when they have all the resources and we don't, it is so much harder to break down those barriers to entry. To provide for ourselves a platform with which consumers will want to purchase our product over the incumbents. And what makes it most hard is typically they can offer a better price because they can buy at larger quantities. They've got a more effective process because they've been in business longer. And they know what it takes to hold us back. To hold back those attempting to disrupt their industry. Attempting to possibly take market share away from them. So because of that, it's on the incumbents to be the ones breaking down the wall. I mean, for a second, just imagine a huge wall. Imagine on one side it was the startups, and on the other side it was the incumbents. The startups would have something closer to, a pickaxe or, maybe something like a toothbrush to be more, honest about it. And on the other side, the incumbents, well, they've got a wrecking ball. In one fell swoop, they can knock down those barriers to entry, but only if they realize the benefit for themselves. Because currently, most incumbents see startups as disruptors, see them as only individuals and entities who can steal market share away from them. When they see them that way, all they want to do is stop them from disrupting what they've created. If a large company is an incumbent, we want to limit startups from taking our market share by attempting to strengthen the barriers to entry out of fear of them taking away some of our profit. But when that happens, we are missing the point. And because of that, we're missing out on profit. It is to the incumbent's benefit to develop and strengthen startups to create a partnership rather than a competitor. Shouldn't we be creating partnerships with the startups? Utilizing their resources that they have access to, ideally in their local communities, and begin to co-brand with them. Begin to benefit from developing their assets, developing their skill sets, instead of trying to push them down, instead of trying to stop their ability to produce a product. Why shouldn't we be working with them and creating partnerships? Because when you create partners instead of competitors, you're able to work together to make each other better. And you no longer have people trying to disrupt your market. You have people trying to utilize the market that you've created to help, find their own niche, but do it with you. Do it as partnerships. Even possibly having you as a part equity owner as the incumbent. We should be strengthening the startups because when we do so, we create partnerships. Startups then become an asset in regards to our R&D, our research and development. In regards to intellectual property, their IP, we are able to help further our products, further our services, because we now have access to individuals, likely people younger than us, in a younger generation who are creating products that we may not have thought of, but we can now benefit off of their intellectual property because we have partnered with them instead of trying to push them aside, instead of trying to make them a competitor. Because of the relationship that we built from day one with them, helping to develop their skill set, now we have access first to their intellectual property because we've shown them that we are a beneficial asset for them and that we can benefit them in the long term. Now we can co-brand with them. in regards to, grassroots marketing campaigns. We can focus in on the startups markets and then expand to our larger markets, match them together. There are so many benefits when we as incumbents work with startups. And it is so important because then it shows other individuals that they should have hope, that they themselves can create new businesses because they see that others around them are doing it, and that they know that they have access to the incumbents' resources because the incumbents see the benefits of partnering with them. This makes the incumbents look better, as they're helping the little guy, so to say, as well as the community, which makes it look like good PR and therefore can be budgeted as a marketing expense. When we as incumbents work with the startups, we're not only helping them, we're helping ourselves because it looks better. It's good PR. Now that's not the reason we should do it, but that is a great byproduct. It's essentially a great marketing campaign, and we should be co-branding with these startups because as a marketing department, we're always looking for new ways to brand, new ways to entice our customers, to create lifelong relationships. When incumbents are strengthened, they provide hope for other individuals because we as consumers are provided better products in a healthier business environment where partnership is the backbone of the community. Not large businesses just making as much profit as they can, not just a bunch of startups attempting to make a profit, but together the incumbents and the startups are able to coexist, and when they do that, they build a much healthier community because the backbone of that community is now partnership. And it shows everyone, look, we need to work together as a whole, whether we're in a business or whether in our day-to-day lives. When we work together, when we help each other, we create a solid, healthy community. Startups and disruptors can coexist with incumbents, and it falls upon the incumbents to break down those barriers to entry, realizing the benefits to them as well as the benefits to these startups and to their community as a whole. It is so important for us to partner together because when we do so, we can make this world a better place. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. We had so much fun talking about startups and incumbents and how they can both coexist. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I would love to hear more about you. Message me over at Clayton J. Jensen. I'd love to hear more about what you're passionate about maybe a way that you're trying to monetize your passion, maybe a new job that you're working for. Let's work together to make this world a better place. All right, guys, cannot wait to see you over here tomorrow. And until then, as always, you guys spread joy. You guys love always. You guys stay peace.